If you've been watching my channel for a while now, you may notice that a lot of my videos are completely unedited. I don't put my videos through Premiere Pro or send them to an editor or anything like that. I just sit here and say words to the camera using my script. And yeah, sometimes I make mistakes at the start of my videos where I will say the introduction, make a mistake, and then say it again immediately after that, and then go on with the video. And sometimes this can happen multiple times, and I dislike it when this happens because I'm supposed to edit these mistakes out on either my iPhone, the camera, or on the YouTube Studio editor. And yeah, it does annoy me when this kind of stuff happens. And if it ends up being uploaded when still made the mistake, it does get annoying, and it can honestly ruin my entire day if like I forget to edit the thing out, and one of my friends tells me, or one of the comments tells me that like I screwed up the start and I should edit it out and stuff like that. And yeah, but the fact is, there was one video where I made this mistake for quite a while. I think it was a minute and a half until it was a minute and a half in the video where I made a mistake, and then like I actually carried on with the whole video. And I got a comment on this video that said it was actually quite an inspirational thing for me to still upload the video while making mistakes. And while the fact that it was an accident that I uploaded the video while it still had the mistakes in it, and I didn't do that on purpose, he said that it was inspirational and quite authentic, and it kind of made me have a realization as to I'm not that special at all as a person. We are all human, you are human, and I am human, and there are all things that we're good at and bad at. I mean, I don't really have any specific skill, and I haven't mastered my craft yet at anything kind of special. I mean, the YouTube and recording videos and speaking to a camera, speaking to people, speaking to my audience, which is you, hopefully, if people actually decide to watch this video, that is now my craft that I'm trying to master over this kind of summer period before I end up going to college again. But my craft could completely change, and that's one of the beauties of starting self-improvement so young, is I can find this craft, find this skill that I want to develop, and if I don't like it, then I can move on to mastering my craft in science and practical sciences and stuff like that, which is also something that I'm quite interested in and still quite good at. But the fact is, I don't have any of the generic skills, like things like playing an instrument or having a specific talent like cooking or anything like that. I'm absolutely awful at cooking, and oftentimes, if I'm cooking, it will lead to not many happy faces. So, yeah, the rest of my family often cooks for me, and I'm left to do the jobs that I am supposed to do, and I'm good at, like the digging of mud and dirt and stuff like that. But yeah, I've never really been able to play an instrument or do anything like that, do any of the generic skills. I mean, there's this thing called DAV, right? DAV is a thing where you hike in the woods for 2 to 3 days, and that's the expedition part of DAV. But what you've got to do before you go on the expedition, you've got to do a skill and a physical and a volunteering. And the skill section, you can't do things like sports or anything like that. And oftentimes I really struggle to think of what I'm going to do for this skill when it's time for me to do my DV bronze or my DV silver, and eventually I'll go on to do my DV gold in like a couple months' time. And I'll have to think of another skill again, which hopefully I can make this YouTube channel and recording videos as that skill. But the fact is, I really don't have many skills when it comes to things like instrument playing or like natural talents like cooking and stuff like that. And there are many people out here who are probably better at me at so many different things, whether it be cooking or playing an instrument. I mean, many people look up to me. I know from the comments and stuff, a lot of people look up to me, but I don't want to become one of these people that you see, like, as a YouTuber on the internet that's kind of looked up to as a cult leader. And yeah, I don't really want to become someone like that. I want to lead the community, but not in that kind of cultish sort of way. I want to be the tribe. I want it to be more of a tribe compared to a cult. A cult is quite like a weird thing that does ritualistic things, but as a tribe, you're just kind of having fun and enjoying yourself and living your day-to-day life, doing the habits that you do, and like having fun and living a happy life. Whereas a cult is quite a conspiracy sort of thing, which is not my kind of thing. And I really don't want anyone who watches me to look up to me as if I'm a cult leader, because the fact is, as I said before, I'm not that special, and you are probably better than me at like different things. There's probably someone who watches my video that's better at me at playing certain instruments or playing certain sports that I may have not played in a while or don't play whatsoever. And there are probably people that are better at me at recording YouTube videos and at public speaking, but just don't really know it yet because they don't want to try and they don't want to make the mistakes that come with trying. So if that is you, I really recommend putting yourself out there and really going and mastering your natural craft or the craft that you are currently developing, and putting as much effort into it as you can over, if you're like a young kid like me, over the summer period, or if you're just an adult and you have a job and you work and stuff like that, or you go to university in the evenings and stuff like that. You try as hard as you can to master your craft and make something out of it, and to have some enjoyment and have some fun out of making progress in mastering your craft as well. So with that, I hope you found value out of this video. I hope you found value out of knowing that I'm just a normal person that can make mistakes, like at the start of my videos when I completely mess up the introduction and then have to repeat it, and also completely forget to edit it out and stuff like that. And yeah, I hope now you know that there are maybe things that you're better than me at, and I highly encourage you to pursue these things, and I highly encourage you to pursue any activities that you currently want to do but don't really think that you can do because of limiting beliefs and the such and stuff like that. So with that, I recommend subscribing because I love this community, not this cult, this community of young tribal men who are willing to improve themselves so much more than they already have, and good luck.